Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from group 4 and my group went to present about simple linear regression. First of all, my group member is me, Muhammad Akmal bin Ismail, Nur Atirah Najwa binti Azhar, Nur Sakinah Abdul Malik, and Nurul Syamila Najwa binti Husaini. And we start the present with Nur Sakinah.
I will start this presentation with the introduction of simple linear regression. Okay, what is simple linear regression? Simple linear regression is used to estimate the relationship between two quantitative variables. By fitting a line to the observed data, regression's model explains how variables relate to one another. Logistic and nonlinear regression model use a curved line, while linear regression model use a straight line. Regression can estimate how a dependent variable will change as one or more independent variable change. The simple linear regression used is to find how strong the relationship is between two variables and the value of the independent variable at a certain value of the independent variable. For the methodology, our group used Google Form questionnaires to collect response from students who study at University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, Utah. This survey objective is to learn more about the student study hour per day and grade achieved during the last semester. The Google Form question, which question about student study hour, consists of 1 to 5 hours, along with their grades in the last semester, and the questions are very concise and very straightforward. The reason why we use this method to collect student response is that it is a very effective way and save time compared to other methods. We receive about 30 responses from students through this Google Form questionnaires regarding the topic that need to be studied. We are able to obtain the data we require in order to complete the assignment after some interpretation.
Hi, my name is Nurul Syamila Najwa binti Husaini. I will continue the presentation with scatter plot. A scatter plot is a graph of the order pairs, which is x, y, of the numbers consisting of the independent variable x and the dependent variable y. This table below shows the data of the relationship between student study hour and their grade achieved. X refer to student study hour, which is independent variable, and Y refer to grades achieved by the students, which is dependent variable. There were 30 respondents who had answered this questionnaire, and we found that a total of 10 students studied for 1 hour, followed by 14 students who took 2 hours to study, while for a total of 3 hours of study is a total of 5 students. The remaining study time is for 5 hours, which is represented by 1 student only. For the first line, which is student study hour x, after adding all the sums, the total we get is sigma 58 and the average is x equal to 1.933. The second line, which is grade achievement y, we obtain sigma 96.36 and the average is y equal to 3.212. This average is calculated by dividing the sum of the additions result by the total number of respondents, which in this case is 30. For the third row, which is x to the power of 2, the sum we obtain is sigma 136. For the fourth row, which is y to the power of 2, the sum we get is sigma 314.36. For the last line, which is xy, the sum we get is sigma 193.27. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal bin Ismail, and we continue this present with simple linear regression model. Simple linear regression is the statistical technique used to find relationship between variables for the purpose of predicting future value. In addition, it is allow us to see trend and make prediction based on the data that has been obtained. We must know y dependent or response variable and x independent or predicted variable. We use the least square method. The method of the least square is a standard approach in regression analysis to approximate the solution of optimized system. For example, set of equations in which there are more equations than unknown. least square mean that the overall solution minimize the sum of the square of the residual made in the result for every single equation. The calculation for the step 1, we get 23.8667. For the step 2, we get 0.2922. For the step 3, we get 2.6471 plus 0.2922. And we can conclude when students study hour increase by 1%, the grade achieved by student will also increase by 0.2922%. Thank you.
My name is Nur Atirah Najwa binti Azhar. I will present about coefficient of determination. The coefficient of determination measures the variation of the dependent variable that is explained by the regression line and the independent variable x. The symbol for the coefficient of determination is r power 2. The coefficient of determination is 0.4201. The dependent variable cannot be predicted from the independent variable. Okay, next, coefficient of correlation. A correlation exists between two variables when one of them is related to the other in some way. The coefficient of Pearson correlation measures the strength and direction of a linear relationship between the two variables. The symbol for the sample Pearson correlation coefficient is R. The symbol for the population correlation coefficient is P. When R is between 0 to positive 0.5 and negative 0.5, the correlation between the variables is positively weak or negatively weak. But when R is between positive 0.5 to positive or negative 1, the correlation between the variables is positively strong or negatively strong. There is no correlation between the variables if R equals 0. From the formula, Pearson coefficient correlation is 0.648. There is no linear correlation. In conclusion, finally, we have some intuition that there is a positive relationship between the number of hours a diligent student spends studying and their excellent grades. Since studying helps people reinforce content, so they are more likely to perform well on a test. As a result, we arrive at the following hypothesis. When we first looked at the data set, we saw that there were 30 samples provided. The line final equation, where Y represents the student's grade achievement in semester 1 and X represents the study hours of students' time spent.